You must have heard the name of your Annabelle doll in the Conjuring series. In this story, you will know who Annabelle was, and how a doll became a ghost doll. At the beginning of the story, a man making dolls is shown whose name is Samuel. When Samuel is making a doll, a chit comes from behind the door. When Samuel sees that chit, it is written in it, "Find me." He leaves his workshop and comes home, where he gets another chit. On that chit, it is written "Closer." That means I'm close. This is Samuel's younger daughter named Annabelle. She is playing with her father. Samuel finds his daughter. Then Annabelle's mom also comes here, and this whole family starts playing with each other. This is a very happy family who love each other very much. The next day, Samuel is returning from church with his family. On the way, his car tire gets punctured. And when he is doing the tire thing on his car, only then a car is coming from the front. And at the same time, Samuel pulls the tire of his car, causing the nut of his vehicle to fall on the road. And as soon as her daughter goes to pick up Nut, the car that was coming from the front, her daughter got into an accident, in which his daughter dies. Time passes slowly and 12 years pass. After 12 years, 6 orphan girls and a sister come to live at Samuel's house, whose orphanage has been closed. So now he will live in this house with Samuel and his wife. The girl named Janice with them has a bad leg. Actually, she had polio in childhood. When Janice goes inside the house, she tries to open a door. Then there comes Samuel. He says that this room is closed, and it will always be closed. No one is allowed to go inside it. Actually, this is his daughter Annabelle's room. Janice now moves to another room where her friend Linda is. They both decide to live in the same room. All the girls now go out to play. Janice has a problem with her feet, so she can't go out. And when she is looking at everyone outside the window, it is shown behind her that there is a hazy shadow on the back, the one who is getting up and coming towards him. But when Janice looks back, there is no one there. Now all the girls sleep at night. Janice can't sleep. And then a chick comes from under the door, and it says, "Find me." This is the same game that Annabelle used to play with her dad many years ago. But now Annabelle is no more in this world. Janice walks out of her room, and a chit from Annabelle's room comes out from under the door, in which it is written in here. And the door opens automatically. Janice goes inside the room, where there is a very beautiful dollhouse under a white cloth. Inside, Janice finds a key. There is a wardrobe in the room. Janice opens the wardrobe with the key inside, which she sees a doll. Janice closes that wardrobe, and as soon as she turns, the wardrobe door opens automatically once again. Janice goes back and locks that wardrobe with the key. And as soon as she turns, that wardrobe opens once again. Janice thinks that the doll is looking at her, so she puts a white cloth over it. And when she is going towards the window, it is shown behind her that that white cloth comes out of that wardrobe, beneath which is a figure of a girl. And as Janice looks back, so she gets nervous seeing that figure, and she slowly starts moving towards him. And the cloth is moving down, and as soon as the whole cloth is removed from the top of that figure, so no one was there, Janice runs back to her room. She is so scared, she doesn't understand what happened in that room. The next day, she confesses in front of her sister that she made a mistake. She went to the room inside which Mr. Samuel had forbidden her to go, and a lot of weird things happened there. Sister doesn't believe him. They think Janice is making excuses. But after this incident, a very strange thing starts happening in this house. When 2 girls are playing inside the bedsheet at night, they feel that Mr. Samuel's wife is coming toward them. She is completely scared of this thing. She has a torch, and it is not even turning on. And the next moment she sees a creepy face, she screams. All the girls are woken up by their scream. Mr. Samuel and his sister also come here. That girl tells us that we saw Mrs. Samuel here. Mr. Samuel says it can't happen, because for years his wife can't even walk. She just lies on the bed in her room. Both of them also think that this will probably be their misconception. The next night, Janice notices that there is a photo of Mr. Samuel's daughter Annabelle on the wall, who also has a doll. And when Janice is looking at this photo, only then does she hear the sound of music. She goes out of her room and feels that the sound of music is coming from the side room, which is Annabelle's room, which no one has the honor to go inside. Janice goes inside that room once again. She turns off the music, and after a while, she sees that there is a girl of the same age standing there. And a girl is none other than the soul of Mr. Samuel's daughter, who died 12 years ago in a car accident. Janice calls him, "Hey," but the soul goes to the window without saying anything, and asks Janice, "Will you help me?" Janice asks, "What do you want?" Annabelle turns back and says, "Your soul." Her face is so awful. Janice somehow gets out of the room, but as she walks toward her room, the door of her room closes. Janice gives voice to everyone, but no one hears his voice. And the very next moment she throws Janice down from the first floor, injuring her badly. The next morning it is shown that Janice's other leg is also broken. She is on the wheelchair. After coming to the room, she tells her sister that she did not fall from the stairs at night, but someone had thrown her down from above. Sister gets shocked hearing this. Janice tells that there is some evil power in this house that needs her soul, because evil forces always attack the weak. Sister tells that evil forces do not attack those people who are weak in body, but attack those people, those who are weak in mind, and you are very strong in mind. Now at night, Janice's friend Linda comes to him, who is her roommate. Janice's other leg is also broken, so she can't go upstairs to sleep. Linda has to sleep alone upstairs. When Linda goes upstairs, she hears something from Annabelle's room. And when she looks inside the room through the keyhole, she sees the doll is sitting comfortably on the chair. The chair is moving back and forth. She opens the door, and when she looks inside, there is no one in the chair. Linda runs away in fear and falls asleep on her bed. And when she looks under the bed, she finds someone's footprints. And the very next moment, she sees the same doll she used to see on the chair in Annabelle's room. She feels like that doll is looking at him. Then a devil hand comes who takes that doll from there. The next morning it is shown that the sister brings Janice outside in the sun. She tells Janice that you will like it here. The sister leaves from there, and the next moment someone hits on Janice's wheelchair from behind. When Janice looks back, there is no one there. She gets very nervous. And only then did the workshop in front of him where Mr. Samuel used to make dolls once. That door opens, after which someone begins to push Janice's wheelchair from behind. And that power throws Janice the end of that workshop. There is a wooden platform under which Janice hides. But the very next moment she sees that the spirit of Mr. Samuel's daughter Annabelle comes toward Janice and grabs it and pours blood from her mouth inside Janice's mouth. Janice screams loudly. Everyone comes to this place after hearing Janice's voice. But when everyone comes in, they see Janice sitting in her wheelchair. And there is no fear on his face, as if nothing has happened, because Janice's body is now possessed by the devil. The same is shown to Janice's friend Linda, who is very upset. Mr. Samuel comes to her. She tells him that Janice sees your daughter. She went to his room, where she found a doll with white clothes. On hearing this, Samuel is completely shocked. He says that that doll was hidden. And after that he goes inside. He sees that there is the same doll on the chair that Janice first saw inside the cupboard. There is also a chit in which it is written, "Found you." Then comes Janice from behind, who could not walk, but now she can walk. She takes the form of a devil. The cross in the hand of Mr. Samuel points toward Janice. But one by one his fingers start to break, and he is the devil who is completely dominating Janice. He kills Mr. Samuel. Now when Janice is sleeping at night, Linda goes to her room. The doll she has, she picks up the doll and goes out of the house. Sister sees him going out, so she follows him. Linda goes to a well and throws the doll inside the well. As soon as she looks inside the well, two hands come out from there which are pulling Linda inside the well. And Sister grabs Linda and pulls her out. They both come back home. Sister goes to Mr. Samuel's wife and she asks him what is happening here. She tells that 12 years ago today when our daughter died in an accident. So we invoke those powers who can introduce us to our daughter, get her to talk, call her back to this house. Initially, we got a feeling of him, then we got a chit from which he asked us for permission to settle in his doll. So that he could always stay with us in this house, we gave him permission. After that, his power increased. We started seeing that too. Although we could not touch her, we could not hug her, but she was always around us. But once I saw her in the mirror, she was not our daughter but some other force, who was deceiving us. And once I took the cross to him, he came back to his original form. Actually, it was some devil. He attacked me, causing me to lose one eye forever. And I could never walk again. After which my husband asked the church for help. We stuck the pages of the Bible all around inside a cupboard and the doll inside which the devil resided. The doll with which the devil was attached was locked that doll inside that cupboard forever. We thought that the devil had gone, so we gave shelter to orphan girls in our house to prove our sins. But maybe that's what the devil wanted, and now once again that devil is free. Actually, when Janice first opened the cupboard, inside which there was a doll, at that time the devil was free. And now that devil's abode in Janice's body. Now shown on the other side in the same house where all the girls go to meet Janice. Janice stands on both her feet. All the girls are surprised to see this. When the girls run away and come to the sister, she tells us that Janice attacked us with a knife. Sister says you call the police and she goes upstairs, where she sees Janice in the room who stands on both her feet. Here there is Linda and another girl who is trapped in this room. Sister starts praying now. But the very next moment Janice lifts them in the air and with her power hits them on the mirror, causing them to faint. Here Linda and the other girl run outside, but Linda falls and is dragged into the same room as Annabelle's. On the other hand, it is shown that all the girls below go to Mr. Samuel's wife's room, so that they can also take her out with him, but now she is dead. All the girls go out and try to start the car, but they can't start the car. On the other side, Linda was trying to escape from Janice, who was behind her. She wants to kill her, and Linda opens the secret window, in which she sees Mr. Samuel's wife, who died, has got life in her body. And she was approaching Linda. Linda shuts the window. Now Linda goes inside that cupboard. The pages of the Bible have been pasted on the cupboard inside which that doll was imprisoned for 12 years. And out there is Janice, who is looking for Linda. She wants her to die. There is also a doll inside the cupboard which is constantly looking at Linda. Just then the cupboard door opens. Outside is Janice, who catches Linda. But before she kills him with a knife, the sister who has taken the doll out of the cupboard comes. Janice attacks her. Sister puts a locket with a cross around Janice's neck, pushes her and the doll, and locks her in the cupboard. And drops a large cupboard in front of that cupboard so that she can't open the door and come out. And here the sister and all the children are outside the house. There's a lot of movement inside the house and all the lights are turned off. And after that everything calms down, here comes the police. And they open the cupboard and think Janice should have been inside, but she runs away. But the doll is still there. Father comes here from church the next morning, and he tells them all that this house is holy now. Linda says, but this doll is still there. The father tells that this doll was only a means, but now that power has gone somewhere else. After this whole accident, now all of them go back from here. On the other side, an orphanage is shown, where a couple has come to adopt a child. The sister who is there takes them to a girl, and this girl is none other than Janice. But it calls its name Annabelle. Surely that demonic force still has it in its possession. Time passes slowly and 12 years pass. Annabelle means Janice is now grown up. And she, along with her boyfriend, kills her parents. Because now she is a member of a group that believes in wrong religious rituals. Janice has neighbors. She wakes up after hearing Annabelle's mom scream and walk out of the house to Annabelle's house. With this, the story ends here. If you like this story, please do subscribe. The next part is coming soon. Thanks for watching.